Hoke, and you're watching Wave.
From Wave, your Kentucky Derby official station, this is Sunrise at the Downs. Sponsored by River City Bank.
Thursday morning here at Churchill Downs. Seeing plenty of action on the track this morning to start your Thursday, or Derby as it's become to be known. Thanks so much for waking up with us. We're here live on the backside as we have been all week. But this day, we're actually bringing out the Fascinators. It starts today.
It's on. It's on.
It's real. It's real.
That's right. Let's go to meteorologist Tawana Andrew right now. The crowd is building out here, Tawana. We still have a lot of those horses out there on the track. The Donuts at the Downs ended yesterday, but still a lot of people back here.
Yeah, it always gets so busy between Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday of Derby week back here. And then Saturday is different. It's a little bit more peaceful before everything gets like a little bit more, I won't want to say chaotic, but a little bit more active here at Churchill Downs. Now, what we're looking at for this morning, if you're heading out and about, just keep in mind you'll need the sunglasses and the rain gear yet again. Right now, we are watching just some clouds overhead, and that is it, with a little bit of that light rain showing up for portions of Du Bois County and Lawrence County as of right now. That fading line of showers and thunderstorms just clipping our more northwestern counties to start off the day, with that warm front now off towards our north. Your temperatures are in the 60s and the low 70s, so it is a little bit warm, a little bit muggy this morning. Getting into the afternoon, going to see those highs in the 70s, especially before more of those showers and thunderstorms come into our forecast for the afternoon, some of which could be strong to severe. Now, keep in mind that for those of you who stay dry, you can easily get into the 80s this afternoon. But for those of you dealing with the rain, you're mainly talking about 70s for the second half of the day. And we'll keep an eye on the damaging wind threat, the potential for locally heavy rain, and even some hail with some of the thunderstorms coming our way for this afternoon, which is why we have that slight risk of severe weather in place. Looking ahead, we have the alert day out for your Oaks Day, and still watching rain chances for Derby Day, so we're going to make ponchos a fashion statement this year. And hi, Riley! Oh, thank you, Sebastian. Hello, good morning. Best part of my morning, every morning. I love it.
So, where are the apples you packed? I thought you had apples for Riley.
They're at the station.
Poor Riley.
That is Sebastian, the longtime assistant trainer for the Hall of Fame trainer, Dwayne Lucas. Lucas is always out here on his pony, and so is Sebastian. So fun to see. Okay, today is Derby. Tens of thousands of people are going to be here at Churchill Downs. Last year, for the 150th, they set a new record, more than 60,000 people. This year, it is all about paying tribute to Kentucky history. They're going to have a lot of special exhibits celebrating, of course, Kentucky bourbon, but also music and Derby Week fashion. Those gates open at 10:30 today. First race is at 12:45. It's a 12 race card today.
And as we get closer to Oaks, though, we're keeping a close eye on the morning line odds. Good Cheer, the favorite in this one, breaking from the 11th gate. At the odds there, 6-5 in Friday's Oaks race. The filly is trained by Louisville native Brad Cox. She has 6 starts and 6 wins. A very impressive resume there, including a 3-time winner on the Churchill Dirt, which we know those horses might take some time to get used to, but Good Cheer coming at 6-5 odds. Won't give you a big payout, but, you know.
Maybe you want to add it to a trifecta or something.
You can. That'd be smart right there.
Yes, if you know what you're doing, which
I kind of don't. Even if I say, hey, I am so confident with this one, I'm picking the favorite.
Right.
Suddenly the favorite ends up in last place. So I will apologize.
Well, I'm going to listen to you and do exactly the opposite.
I'll curse these horses out here.
All right. So Wagner's Pharmacy opening up at 6 o'clock this morning. So the doors are open there right now. Josh Nenke is there live.
Hey, and yeah, they kicked me out of the kitchen. They got a lot of stuff to do. So I want to show you guys some of the great shopping that you can do when you walk in at Wagner's, because you don't have to be at the track to get all your best Derby gear. Me and my photographer, Corey, were just looking at these hats. Maybe this is a good way to have a little bit of fashion here and incorporate this to our Oaks or Derby looks. Well, let's keep walking through, because you got Fascinators over here and all these great little pins with Derby 151 right there. Guys, it's very, very cool. And as we keep walking through, of course, you got all your great Wagner's gear. You can have these cute little hats right here. These, I'm a sucker for a trucker hat. These are pretty great. But again, it's not just the hats right there. Oh, here we go. We got some of our first folks coming in. How y'all doing today?
Be a long day.
See, line's already starting. Good morning.
How you doing?
Doing good. Got your Derby 151 hats right here as well, guys. Some good stuff. And let me tell you, again, you seeing the lines come in, things are just getting started here at Wagner's. Coming up here in the next half hour, I'm going to show you a little bit more of all the craziness that'll be going on here as they're getting ready to open and officially have this Derby going. Live here at Wagner's, Josh Ninke, Wave News.
I think it's going to get pretty hectic there this morning, I'm sure.
I don't think that guy wanted to be on TV.
No, he did. He wanted to eat breakfast. He
he's
did.
like, it's going to be a long day.
Yes, yeah. He's really focused there. But hey, let's get back to those horses, though, because we're keeping a close eye on all contenders, even some of those long shots out there that might win you some money.
That's right. Let's start off talking about Publisher. Actually, this horse is looking pretty good. It was 10 years ago when American Pharoah won the Triple Crown. Has never had one of his sons in the Kentucky Derby. This year, 2, though. He also has, in addition to Publisher, the Japanese horse Luxor Cafe. But Publisher being trained by Steve Asmussen. The interesting thing about Publisher is a maiden, but Asmussen, who's also a maiden, says don't count him out.
The ability is there. He needs to put it together. The blinkers, I think, give him a little bit more forward movement. He's such a blue-collar attitude horse. And then, the fact that he's a maiden running in the Derby, is trained by a maiden winner of the Derby myself. It's awfully fun.
So Flavien Prat will get the mount for this one. He was on top of the 2024 Breeders' Cup winner Sierra Leone. Also runner-up in that year's Derby to Mystic Dan. So we remember how close that one is.
It certainly was. Okay, let's talk about East Avenue, breaking from the 12-hole, trained by Brendan Walsh. Manny Franco will have the ride. Both of those have been in the Derby before, the trainer and the jockey, but have never won. But Brendan Walsh feels very good about East Avenue. So we will see who comes out in the track today. We don't expect any of them to be working really hard. They're just going to kind of take it easy as they coast their way to Oaks and Derby, trying to keep them healthy. Baeza is still an also eligible horse, still on the list. So if there were to be a horse to scratch in the 20-horse field, Baeza would be entered in.
Yeah, but we're keeping a close eye on that because we know anything can really happen in these days leading up to
Fingers
Derby.
crossed they all stay good.
Yes, please. So let's check in with Tawana, though, who's at the rail and already made some friends out there with the horses.
Yes, friends with the horses and with some of the jockeys as well. So shout out to Gabriel for watching Wade. Just took a picture with him. But yes, what we're looking at for today will be a warm, muggy start, and we're going to be seeing temperatures climbing further into those 70s, watching some of those stronger thunderstorms trying to pop up for some, but not all of us, as we head into later on this afternoon. And of course, the strength of those storms will be key to everything we see, not just for today, but into Oaks Day. And we're still watching the Derby Day rain chances too. Yeah, so Derby looked really nice earlier this week. Now, not as much, but I'll break down how much rain we could see as we head throughout the rest of the week in my full forecast.
Thank you, Tawana. So today we call it the Locals Derby, right? And, there's Elliot Walden. He's a well-known former trainer, and now it runs a very successful breeding operation. But coming up, we're going to be talking to John Timmons, Ear Ecstasy. Oh, yes, those who grew up here certainly know that iconic record store. We're going to be talking to John live coming up.
Now, Wave News.
Well, today is Derby, also known as the Locals Derby. Of course, we've got to highlight the locals. Everyone who has been around Louisville still remembers the iconic Ear Ecstasy.
Absolutely. So Churchill Downs teamed up with the Fraser History Museum, and they're going to be paid tribute to Ear Ecstasy. John, so, I mean, how cool was this? In 2010, Rolling Stones named your record store one of the top 3 record stores in the country.
Yeah, I didn't realize until we closed how much people really enjoyed the show, or the store.
Yeah.
As an owner, you see it in a particular way. You see what could be better, what you need to fix. But it was a great record store. I can say that now.
I mean,
it's been gone, since 2011. But
yeah, the fact that almost 15 years later, people still remember, people still talk about Ear Ecstasy, and you still see the stickers everywhere.
Yeah, I still had to redo the bumper stickers and print up some shirts, just because people were asking about it, which I do appreciate.
Yeah, I mean, actually, I would love one of those shirts. Can you?
What size do you need? I got boxes of them in my kitchen. So.
Yeah. So they're creating a lot of immersive experiences all around the track to pay tribute to Ear Ecstasy, and also we should mention they're going to pay tribute to Tori McClure-Murden of Spalding University, the first woman in American to row solo across the Atlantic, also an incredible feat. That was in 1999. So they've kept it kind of secret, some of the things that they're going to be doing.
Yeah, I know I'll be making some appearance at some point in the 3 o'clock hour is what I'm told. I think they'll show some video of the store, perhaps. Do a little interview with me and a meet and greet, I guess.
So people have to come out here to find out where you're going to find out, too.
Yeah, I'm going to find out in the 3 o'clock hour today.
And we were shocked to find out that you've never been to Oaks or Derby.
No, I've not.
Or Thurby.
Nope. Tuesday of Derby week was always our day, so this will be my first Thurby.
Oh, my goodness.
Have me back next year for the Oaks or Derby, and I'll be back.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely. So you grew up just loving music, loving records. I heard that you would maybe sometimes leave school a little bit early and head to the record store.
All my hard-earned money, my allowance, anything I made from, delivering papers or babysitting, whatever. All that money went to the record stores every Tuesday. So music has just been a huge part of my life since I was a little kid.
So clearly it was all worth it because here you are being honored for it.
I suppose so. I'm not sure why I'm being honored because I didn't row a boat across the Atlantic.
He's so humble, though.
You really are.
So humble.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. Well, do you have any idea on Derby horses?
Absolutely not.
No.
Okay.
I will on Derby Day, but not today.
Pick a name out of the hat.
I don't even know who's running today. I'm not,
Okay.
I need my program.
We'll check out Thurby today, and you will see everything Ear Ecstasy. So make sure you check that out. Thank you so much for joining us, and thank you for all those great years of Ear Ecstasy.
Well, thanks for having me. I appreciate it so much. Thank you.
Thank you. Size small, by the way. Thank you.
Tarana's over there laughing at us. I'm sure she probably wants to get her order in too, right? We need a shirt.
Yes, a medium. Thank you.
Medium.
I appreciate it.
But yeah, we'll then know you.
Hey, absolutely love it. I love just a legend in this community, that's for sure. For those of you heading out for this morning, it's warm, it's muggy, still pretty comfortable, though not as cool as what we had yesterday across the region. And we're going to be keeping an eye on the rain chances. We still have this massive system, kind of clingy, not really wanting to get away from us. And the warm front associated with it is now off towards our north. And this is why we're seeing those warmer temperatures, more of that southerly wind coming into play for today. As of right now, we're keeping an eye on a couple of spotty showers fading as they move into our southern Indiana counties. For those of you anywhere from Crawford County into Du Bois County and up through Orange and Lawrence counties, you're the main one seeing some of that light rain for this morning. Thankfully, this is not an all-day situation. Temperatures are in the 60s and low 70s as we're kicking off your Thurby day, and we're still watching that slight risk of severe weather across the majority of the region for today because of the damaging wind, the hail, the heavy rain threat. Those are the three main things that we're going to be watching, but that isolated spin-up tornado threat certainly cannot be ruled out. It's low, but it's there. So overall, let's just break down what we're looking at for your Thursday. This morning, a couple of isolated showers, mainly light stuff moving through. Then we get closer to lunch, we start to see some of these scattered showers and thunderstorms firing up a little bit more across our area. And we're watching the 3 to 8 p.m. time frame again for the best opportunity for some of those stronger storms to move through parts, but not all, of wave country. Just like what we've seen over the past couple of days, some of you may get multiple rounds of strong storms, but others don't see a drop of rain. Getting past that 8 p.m. time frame, yes, and a couple of isolated showers still in the forecast, but overall, we do see a drying trend into your Oaks Day morning. So tomorrow morning will be a lot like what we're seeing this morning. More of those 60s around to start off your Friday. We'll climb back into the 70s for tomorrow afternoon, and then as we get into the mid to late afternoon hours, this is when we have the best opportunity for rain. For Friday morning, mainly a mix of sun and clouds, an isolated rain chance here and there. But then as we head into the afternoon, we'll warm up. We'll see those showers and thunderstorms firing up. As of right now, a lot of the modeling has the majority of that rain south of Louisville. Fingers, toes, everything crossed that it stays that way. Once we get a little bit further into the evening hours, we watch the rain chance dropping off. But notice, still around midnight, as we get into Derby morning, there's still some rain expected on the radar. For your Friday, by the way, we do have a marginal risk of severe weather in place. We'll watch for a couple of isolated thunderstorms that can produce some of those stronger wind gusts, some of that hail as your second half of your Friday goes along. Then we head into Saturday, into Derby Day. And the low associated with this system is right now over towards Texas. It's going to move towards us. And as it does so, it's going to decide that it wants to hang out with us for a while. And this is why those rain chances for Saturday and even into Sunday have increased a little bit more. So we'll be keeping an eye on that rain chance for the second half for a good chunk of your weekend, but a little bit more for the second half of our Saturday. I'm going to be waiting for a little bit more detail on timing of what we're going to be dealing with on Saturday, but just plan for the rain gear, that's for sure. Once we get towards Tuesday of next week, that is when we look to fully dry out once that low pushes off towards the eastern seaboard. We'll see temperatures in the 70s for highs as we get into a good chunk of next week, and by the following weekend, we can add back in some rain chances again. So a lot to watch as we head over the next couple of days. Just have the rain gear ready to go, just in case. And of course, keep an eye on that Wave Weather app, because we will update that throughout the day with the latest tracks and information of rain trying to move through the area. Ladies.
Thank you so much, Tawana. It is 6:17, and coming up, more from the backside here at Churchill Downs, including a live interview with Mayor Craig Greenberg as he prepares for the busiest event of the year.
Here's a look at the current Kentucky Lottery jackpots.
Well, a big welcome to Louisville as the horses are there on the track here. We are live at the backside of Churchill Downs, joined by Louisville's own Mayor Craig Greenberg. Thanks for joining us this morning.
It is my pleasure. It's great to be with all of you here bright and early on the backside.
That's right.
Kentucky Derby Week.
If we have anyone who arrived into Louisville at the airport waiting for their luggage, you'll recognize this face. I love that they have you doing that. It's so perfect.
Well, that was fun. We thought we wanted to welcome people to Louisville in a uniquely, authentically Louisville way, and so was proud to do that.
Yes, you're having a great time this week. One big concern, I know you guys have been talking about it, city officials, the weather. So what's your plan going into the next few days if we could expect some severe
Well, I tried calling Mother Nature to see if she would help out this week.
She did not answer?
We'll see so far, yes. I've not gotten a call back, so we'll see. But no, we are prepared. Churchill Downs is very prepared for any sort of inclement weather that there might be. Of course, our fingers are crossed for the best, but we have plans as we have in the years past. We want to make sure everyone's safe, whether it's because of the weather or anything else. Safety is our first priority this weekend. We want people to have fun and to enjoy things safely.
And we have a lot of people coming to town, a lot of special guests that you are welcoming. Who do you have coming?
Well, you know, the Derby's a really unique opportunity as mayor because you get to bring people to Louisville that might not otherwise come to Louisville, that get to see and experience our city and then hopefully do more things here, investing, creating jobs. And so this year we have some folks from the entertainment industry that are coming in. You know, we have a really strong production tax credit here where you can film movies and TV shows in Louisville and anywhere in Kentucky, and it's really, they're great incentives. So we want people from really at the highest levels of Hollywood to know they can film right here in Louisville instead, and it'll be a great place. We also have the people that own the Louisville Bats that are doing a big development downtown Louisville. They're going to invest over $250 million building new places to live and hotels and restaurants downtown. We want them to see how exciting Louisville is.
That's great. And so I know you've been in negotiations with Churchill Downs officials looking at the property tax, because currently Churchill Downs, that property is actually owned by the city, so they don't pay property taxes, and you're looking to extend that for another 30 years. However, and I'm sorry this is long, but I need the money would not go to JCPS, it would go to the city. Where are we on this negotiation, and how important is this to make this happen?
Well, first, what's critically important is that we continue to support Churchill Downs. This is an iconic part of our city. This is an iconic, not just week, but institution for Louisville. And anytime anyone is talking about investing $1 billion in our community, creating thousands of jobs, bringing people from all over the world to our city, I think it's important that the city support that. And so we are going to do everything we can to support Churchill Downs. We've been in conversations over the past week or so with JCPS, with Churchill Downs, and once we get through the Derby, I'm confident we're going to find a win-win solution where everyone can move forward in a great positive way for Churchill, for JCPS, for the city of Louisville.
So we've got to end this on more of a lighter note here.
Right.
Do you have a Derby pick?
Of course I have a Derby pick.
Okay,
Yeah,
let's hear it.
Well, I'm going with Sandman. You know, I know no one's ever won from the 17 position before. It's really easy to start, but Sandman is a closer. And I love people and horses that can get things done, that can close the deal. Sandman is going to be great. I've gotten to know one of their owners, Griffin Johnson, a little bit, who's a great young man. Love that he's involved in horse racing. It's wonderful for the sport. So I'm going with Sandman.
Okay, he's one of the 3 grays in the race. Good luck. I hope you do do well on Sandman.
Thank you. You too,
yeah.
And
guys.
thank you for joining us. You said you called Mother Nature. Maybe Tawana can put in an extra call for us, too.
I don't know if she's answering my calls. I think she might have blocked me. I think Kevin said something. What we're looking at for your Thurby day, overall, a quiet morning, a little bit of a breeze out here. It's beautiful this morning. But as we get into the afternoon, yes, we're going to climb into the 70s for most of us. For those of you who stay dry throughout the day, you can see some 80s yet again. But it's the afternoon and evening thunderstorms that are going to be the big part of the forecast. We'll be watching closely. Some scattered showers and thunderstorms expected for the second half of the day, watching that 3 to 8 p.m. time frame for the best opportunity to see some of those strong to severe thunderstorms, damaging winds, heavy rain, the potential for hail, all in the forecast if we get some of those storms to really fire up later on today. So we'll watch for that. And we're going to keep an eye on some rain chances into portions of your Oaks Day. Starting off dry, it looks like as of right now, with a better chance for the afternoon and evening storms. And then we do see those rounds of rain, sticking around for portions of Derby. As of right now, today, tomorrow, and Derby Day, not looking like washout. So we'll take that part of the forecast for sure, and we'll certainly enjoy that. Sunrise is starting behind me. That's officially, by the way, at 6:46 a.m. this morning. Ladies.
All right, thank you, Tawana. And remember, Wave has you covered for all things Kentucky Derby and Oaks 151. From what's happening in and around the track, how to get around, what to bring, Derby parties, the fashion, everything in between. You can check out our one-stop shop guide on wave3.com and on the Wave News app. And remember, Wave News is your home for complete coverage of the 151st Kentucky Oaks and Derby. We will bring you exclusive coverage live here from the track.
Great place to go. It is 6:26. We have so much more coming up here on Wave News Sunrise from the backside. We're going to be checking with Josh Nenke, who is at Wagner's this morning, where they're serving up some delicious biscuits and gravy and bacon and cinnamon rolls and the list goes on and on.
I'm drooling.
From Wave, your Kentucky Derby official station, this is Sunrise at the Downs.
Good
Sponsored
morning
by
to
River
you
City
on
Bank.
this Thursday. It is Thurby, May 1st. Tomorrow it's Oaks Day. And then Saturday it is the Run for the Roses. We are counting down. It is here. Time to pull out the hats, put on the best outfits, and head on out to Churchill Downs. We had 60,000 people come out for Thurby last year. That was a new record. So that was for the 150th, but it was 88 degrees and it was sunny.
Beautiful one last year. And hopefully we can break that record today, and hopefully we can have some nice weather. I know we're kind of crossing our fingers and our toes for that, Tawana.
Yeah, well, over the past couple of days, we had 1 or 2 showers and thunderstorms pass over the track, and then the rest of the days have been quiet. So maybe we can keep that trend going. We'll see how it goes. As of right now, we're watching this beautiful sunrise behind me taking shape. So we're talking about a mix of sun and clouds to start off the day. We are watching for a few showers in parts of our region, mainly talking about our more northwestern counties, so anywhere from Jasper up towards Paoli and Bedford. You are still getting in on some of that light rain with that fading line of showers that was moving into parts of our region. The rest of us, though, just starting off with some clouds overhead. And with the warm front to our north now, what we're seeing, temperatures in the 60s and the low 70s. So pretty comfortable. Even me, not even wearing a jacket. So that's how you know it's really nice outside. For your Thurby forecast, going to be warming further into those upper 70s for afternoon highs for those of you who see the rain. But for those of you who stay drier with that mix of sun and clouds, then you easily could see some 80s later on today. So your temperatures will be fully dependent on the rain that you have in your area and, of course, how much sunshine, too. But we're watching very closely that potential for some showers and thunderstorms this afternoon, especially between that 3 to 8 p.m. time frame, because that is when we have the best chance for those strong to severe thunderstorms coming back into our forecast. We saw them in parts of our region yesterday evening, the previous day's evening. So it's been really just a pattern that we're kind of stuck in as of right now, and that is something we'll watch very closely for the second half of the day. But this morning, absolutely gorgeous. Olivia, Shannon.
This is a great start to the day, and we're starting off on a winning note. I even see one of our producers wrote in here, "Yay, trophy!"
Yay, trophy!
I guess that's how you celebrate this thing showing up.
We're joined by Chris Goodlett with the Kentucky Derby Museum. He is the curator. He's wearing gloves, not because he's cold, but because you can't put your fingerprints on this.
No. Correct. No fingerprints on the trophy. The first people that get to touch it are the governor and those winners in the winner circle that are celebrating their victory. victory.
Wow. Now, is there anything different about the trophy for the 151 versus the 150?
It just went back to the tradition that we've had since 1924. There's been a trophy of this design every year since 1924. To your point, the only real exceptions are special anniversaries like the 150th. We had that garland of rubies across the withers, had the diamonds in the horseshoe, and other adornments on the braid.
Now, how heavy is that thing? Because we can't touch it.
Correct.
Can't touch it.
The cup itself is only about 3.5 pounds. The base is the heavy part. The jade base is probably close to 10 pounds just in and of itself.
And that confuses some people sometimes because they think it's connected.
Yes.
And there have been some instances where,
Correct.
Yeah,
it is actually 3 pieces. You have the base, you have the actual cup, and the lid comes off as well.
it's beautiful. And this is by a company that's been making this for years and years, Suzanne Blaketon Jouer. She and her father started, or I think actually the grandfather.
She's from a generation of silversmiths, but yes, it was her father, Ross, that first started making it within the family in 1975. So, and she took over from him, I think, around the year 2000.
Now, when you're walking around the backside with this thing, are people turning their heads like, what was that? And they want to get so close to it, and you, no, don't touch this.
Well, I mean, just as we're coming here, for example, a lot of people wanting to take pictures really quick, and of course we're on the move. But yeah, it's a very striking piece, and even when we take it out for public displays at Kroger's and things like that, one of the questions we get is that really the trophy?
Mm-hmm.
So I think people are just surprised to see it that up close.
Yeah, that's the question. The trophy this year, too.
Is there a certain horse and jockey that at the top, is that, or is it like a generic one?
To my knowledge, it's a generic one. Okay. I don't know of anything that it's modeled after.
Okay, so no one gets that special honor, but hey, maybe one day, I guess, right? Right?
Could be. We're going for 151, so we obviously have some horses that would be worthy of that honor.
So you said it makes appearances at Kroger. Is there any chance that people can see this any other time?
At this point, it's pretty much at the track through Derby, so most of the public appearances have been made over the past 2 to 3 weeks.
Okay. Now, Chris, this one will go to the owner.
Correct.
What does the trainer get?
Well, the trainer, the breeder, and the jockey will each get sterling silver versions, probably about this tall.
Okay. And without the jade base?
Correct.
So, all right. Chris, thank you so much for bringing this. It is just absolutely stunning.
Thanks for having me.
All right, thank you. Well, yesterday's trophy for the Great Steamboat Race, that was those silver antlers, too, and the Mary M. Miller celebrating got to take that home. Oh, we'll get to that in just a second. But first, let's go out to Josh Nicky. He's live at Wagner's this morning. What's going on out there? How's the crowd looking?
Hey, Olivia, we got a fair amount of folks coming in through here. Let me introduce you to some of the first people that came in through the door. I got Patrick and Ethan joining us here. And as you can see, they're members of the Clean Plate Club. We got a lot of food already done here. Gentlemen, how was the food this morning?
Great.
What brought y'all out here today?
We were out here to see the horses warm up at the track.
Yeah, and I know you guys got to kind of drive around Churchill Downs and see everything as things get ready for Thurby. What was it like hanging out here this morning, Ethan?
It was wild.
Yeah. Patrick, I know you were telling me that you do a little bit of work out of the track. Well, what's it like being out here, especially for Derby week?
It was neat to see all the different people coming in from out of town and just be part of Louisville and come in and see the city.
Yeah. Well, gentlemen, I'll let you get to finishing your food right here because I got someone else I want to introduce you guys to. This is Lisa. She's an artist who's here, who's going to be signing some prints throughout the morning. Lisa, can you tell me a bit about your work here?
Well, I'm a thoroughbred artist, and I'm down here in Kentucky doing an exhibition at the Louisville Thoroughbred Society.
Nice.
And I'm happy to be at Wagner's this morning signing my brand new print of Thorpeda Anna, Horse of the Year.
Yeah.
And we have a few available signed by Kenny McPeak and Brian Hernandez, jockey and trainer, and we just love this horse so much, and we're excited to see her run on Friday.
Fantastic. Yeah. A beautiful piece, and Lisa's going to be here till 9 o'clock signing these pieces. So guys, you definitely want to come here and not just enjoy some of the fantastic food, but also some beautiful art. Live here at Wagner's, Josh Nicky, Wave News.
That is beautiful, Josh. Thank you so much. Okay, so these are the current Derby post position odds right now, and you can see Journalism is the clear favorite right now, breaking from the 18-hole to this horse has just looked so great out here on the track. Currently coming in at 4-1. Other of the top contenders right now include Sandman, the mayor's pick, Rodriguez, trained by Bob Baffert, and also Sovereignteen getting a whole lot of buzz. Burnham Square, also being talked about quite a bit.
But lots of different horses out there. Well, let's even talk about the long shots, one of those being Chunk of Gold. Seems like the owners may have struck gold with this one because this horse only cost $2,500, a really impressive price tag there. And Chunk of Gold has been the definition of consistent, racing 4 times with 3 straight second-place finishes and winning his maiden race. 32-year-old trainer Ethan West making his Derby debut discussed how he got here with this horse.
When he run in the Risen Star, overcame a lot of trouble, turning for home, and still punched on, gave us a lot of hope for him. And then when he gave us another good performance in Louisiana Derby, it made it all come together and made us all realize that, we're going to the Derby. He's very lightly raced. He's only ran a few times and getting better after each race, mentally and physically.
Of Gold coming into this one at 36-1 odds, and will run out of that 19th post. Not a great one, but hey, we'll see if he can overcome that.
And this year we have 2 horses from Japan. We have Admire Daytona, and then this horse right here, Luxor Cafe, a son of American Pharoah. So Kentucky born, but a Japanese horse, looking really, really good coming into this. Really has a lot of speed. The nickname for this horse, or for the jockey rather, is Magic Man, and I'm going to give it away. I'm going to go for this horse because the personality I heard is a lot like his sire, American Pharoah. Also interesting, the trainer's last name is Hori, which is my maiden name. So I don't think we're related in any way, but it's kind of cool.
Yeah, it is cool, and a lot of people pick their horses based on the names too. So maybe you got to throw a few bucks down on Luxor Cafe.
All right, so we had the great steamboat race last night. Maybe you had a chance to watch that. We brought it to you live right here on Wave News. The Miriam Miller celebrating that win. They got to take home those coveted silver antlers.
And they had to represent Louisville because the Belle of Louisville had a fuel leak and couldn't compete. So the Miriam Miller hustled, finished that 14-mile course on the Ohio River faster than the Belle of Cincinnati. But race fans still crossing their fingers, hoping the Belle of Louisville is fixed in time for next year's big race.
It represents our city. And it's just, good being a good citizen, patriotic. Next year we want the Belle on the block, and I want to be on it.
Now, the Belle of Louisville says they're working right now to see if they can repair it in town, and they are crossing their fingers, hoping they can have it back on the Ohio River for the summer cruise season. I know they have some great cruises planned and scheduled this year, and look at that shot of downtown Louisville that you can see on the Belle of Louisville. So hopefully they can get it back and running.
Let's go to Tawana right now. Take a look at the next 12 hours on this Derby.
And here's my tip for anyone coming out here and wearing a hat or a fascinator: bobby pins, because we're going to be a little bit breezy as we get into the second half of the day. We're already breezy right now with some of those wind gusts in that 20-25 mile per hour range. So just making sure that we don't have any hats or fascinators flying away later on today, right? But we're watching the rain chances for today, tomorrow, and into Derby Day. The potential for some stronger storms this afternoon and tomorrow afternoon. Still there, really watching that 3 to 8 p.m. time frame yet again. I'll break down a little bit more of what we're going to see in terms of that potential severe threat after the break.
Pack those bobby pins. All right, thank you, Tawana. Great advice there. It's now 6:40 on your Thursday or Derby morning. Sunrise at the Downs continues right after this. Hey, maybe start your day with a corn dog. I said an elephant ear, and you want to do that because tomorrow is the last day for the Chowagin and Kroger's Festival.
Yeah, so head on out there, get all that good food, ride some of the rides, listen to the great music that they have. It's the 19th year for the Festiville. You need the 2025 Pegasus pin to get in. Those shakes looked awfully good, too. They're open from 11 to 11 today and tomorrow. And we know that some gala galas have already taken place as well. And you're going to see some highlights from the Night at the Gala special, which is tomorrow, hosted by Olivia.
Yes, I'll be with Chief Meteorologist Kevin Harned. But here's a look at the Louisville Urban League. They hosted its 8th annual Derby Gala. Hundreds of philanthropists, community activists, and Derby Week fans gathered last night at the Norton Healthcare Sports and Learning Center. The night was all about supporting the Urban League's mission of economic empowerment in historically underserved communities. Grammy-nominated recording artist Janelle Monáe put on an amazing performance, got great reviews from our co-workers who were there. The event also featured a tribute to Junior Bridgman. The former U of L player and philanthropist died earlier this year. All the money raised will go to supporting the Louisville Urban League and its programs.
My father believed in what the Urban League stood for and gave to both time and resources to advance its mission. And so I'm here representing our family to showcase that even in his untimely passing, we're still going to show up and we're still going to continue in his honor, giving and serving the communities of Louisville.
There are people who need our resources, who need our programs, who need our advocacy, and so we've got to scale the work. So that is the mode that we are in. We are about taking the excellence that we have and scaling that so that more people can benefit and so that we can move the needle.
Looks like they had a huge crowd last night to make that happen. Our Weekend Sunrise anchor, Marissa Burke, was there last night covering the event and decided to stay, have some fun dancing. She said it was one of the best nights of her entire life, and she even got up close to Janelle Monáe and she gave her one of her guitar picks.
Yeah, she said she's going to hold on to that forever. We'll have some highlights of that highlighted on Friday night for our Night at the Gala special, too. So we are looking forward to that.
Wonderful. Right now, let's go to Tawana, who is on the rail. And you didn't stay up too late last night to party, did you?
Oh, no. I mean, I was in bed by 5 p.m. We got to be up and watching the forecast in the morning, right? And as of right now, we do have that sunrise coming up, some clouds overhead, a warm and slightly muggy morning this morning, but we're talking about some storm chances for some of us again this afternoon. In just 30 seconds, I'll break down everything we're going to see for today, tomorrow, and Derby, so stay with us.
We're family owned and operated. We have been for 44 years. As soon as they greet you with a smiling face, they take care of you. We're their go-to for service, collision center, sales, anything that they need for their cars. I want them, when they walk out, to know that they had the best service ever.
Come visit us at Hardin County Honda.
We make every mile count.
Good morning, everyone. Meteorologist Tawana Andrew here. Just had Barber Road just go right by the rail here. So this is one of the cool things about being the backside of Churchill Downs. You get to be up close and personal with the horses, and honestly, it is one of my favorite parts of the week. Now, the other thing, of course, other than the horses and the amazing fashion that we have in the forecast, we're also watching the weather as we head over the next couple of days. Now we have that warm front stationary to our north. It's the reason that we had some of those strong, severe storms across parts of Indiana last night, and we watched those fade out pretty early this morning. Now, just the clouds are left behind, and with the warm front and that stationary front now to our north, we're seeing more of that steady southerly wind, which is why we're also seeing those warmer temperatures coming our way to start off the day. Those spotty showers that we were watching now just drizzle across parts of Du Bois County, Orange County, and into Lawrence County as well. The rest of us just dealing with some of those clouds this morning. Temperatures in the 60s and low 70s, courtesy of that southerly wind, and we also have to keep an eye on the severe risk. So today and tomorrow, both alert days, watching the afternoon and evening potential for some of those strong storms. And for today, we have a slight risk of severe weather out for the majority of our area due to the potential for damaging winds, some heavy rain, hail, and I certainly cannot rule out a spin-up tornado either with the strongest of these storms. So let's break down what we're looking at for today. We are talking about a few gusty winds here and there throughout the morning into the afternoon. Those wind gusts in that 20 to 30 mile per hour range, something that we'll keep an eye on. And that will be outside any of those showers and thunderstorms. Of course, embedded in some of those storms, you can see gusts near 60, even 70 miles per hour in some cases. But towards lunch, this is when we'll really see some of those showers and thunderstorms firing up across the area. And once we get into the afternoon, you're going to keep some of those rounds of scattered storms moving on through between that 3 to 8 p.m. time frame. That's still our best chance as of right now for some of those stronger storms to come our way. And we'll watch rain chances fading after the 8 p.m. time frame, but not completely going away. A couple of isolated showers may linger in pretty early on your Oaks morning. But as of right now, Oaks morning trending dry with a mix of sun and clouds across the area. We'll watch those temperatures climbing into the 70s again tomorrow, and it's those afternoon showers and storms that we are watching very, very closely. Only an isolated rain chance for the morning. As we get into the afternoon and evening, after we warm well into the 70s, for some of you the 80s, we'll get those scattered showers and thunderstorms coming our way. And once we get into your Friday night, the rain chance starts to taper off, but we look to have another wave. Yes, trying to move in for Derby Day too. We have a marginal risk of severe weather across most of the region for tomorrow. Wind, hail, heavy rain will be our main concerns with any storms then. Now let's talk about Derby, because this is the forecast everybody wants, right? Yeah, we're going to have that area of low pressure hovering nearby on your Saturday. And because of that, we'll be watching for more rounds of those showers in our forecast. Nothing really convective, not really like thunderstorms as of right now, but mainly looking at showers in the forecast on and off throughout your Saturday. Some of that may linger into Sunday and Monday because this low, this cutoff low, looks to be incredibly stubborn and just doesn't want to go anywhere. Kind of like a bad ex, right? A little bit clingy there. Once we get further into next week, we do see some drier weather coming into our forecast. Some more of those 70s around, and by the following weekend, we'll start to add back in some rain chances across the area. So just have the ponchos ready to go just in case, the sunglasses as well, and the Wave Weather app will be your best friend as you're going to be out and about throughout the next several days. Just have the location notifications turned on, and we'll send notifications and information straight to your phone if there are any strong storms in your area. Ladies?
Yeah, that's the way to do it. Thank you. So for Derby 150 last year, we had 157,000 people here at Churchill Downs. They're expecting a number close to that for Derby 151, and so they are very busy right now at the Louisville International Muhammad Ali Airport.
Yeah, you can expect to see a lot of people coming in. SDF says they expect to see more than 18,000 people come through on Sunday alone. Additional TSA officers have been brought in from other airports in the area to help get you through those checkpoints, hopefully make this as smooth as possible. TSA is even offering some tips to those looking to travel with a bottle of bourbon and your other Louisville souvenirs.
People, you know, you come to Derby City to buy alcohol, things like that, bourbon, of course, but it's not something that you can take in your carry-on. It can be checked luggage. You can take that all day in your checked luggage, but not in your carry-on.
So once again, bourbon and other oversized liquids need to be checked. Horseshoes need to be checked too. Derby glasses, your hats, and those Louisville Slugger mini bats can be brought in through TSA checkpoints in your carry-on. But a heads up on those mini bats, that's kind of just a thing for the Louisville airport. You might have other issues at other airports because, you know, you can get the kids together and they hit each other.
Oh, let's not do that.
Yeah, the kids are the ones who get the most violent with it in my experience.
Yeah, so but put it in your carry-on. You can take that on. It is 6:52. We've been having a great time here at Sunrise at the Downs. A live look right now at one of those horses having an early morning workout. Much more coming up right after this. Today is Derby. It's the Locals Derby, and it's all about celebrating Kentucky's culture. The gates open at 10:30 this morning. First race is at 12:45. It's a 12-race card. There's going to be events and special things you can experience all over the track, including live entertainment at Woodford Reserve Paddock Plaza stage. So today is a great day to head on out here and have fun.
And remember, Wave News is your official Derby station, so our morning crew will continue to be out at the track for Sunrise at the Downs. We'll be here tomorrow morning for Oaks, and then, of course, Saturday morning for Derby. And we invite you to join us for our coverage all week long, really leading up to the big race. Some long days for us, but definitely worth it.
It's so fun. We've been having a great time out here all week long, and the weather has been cooperative.
Yes, we've seen some scattered showers and thunderstorms, even some severe, but outside of the metro. So if it could stay that way, that would be nice. But yeah, watching for more of those stronger storms later on this afternoon and evening, then again tomorrow afternoon and evening. So the radar not completely quiet, but still, of course, the entire weather team is watching it. And Bobby Pins, y'all, with the breeze.
Yeah,
that's the big thing for today.
And you know who else is watching it? Dylan Dreyer of NBC.
Oh, yes.
Yes, of the Today Show. She's going to be in town. We're going to be talking to her live tomorrow, along with Miss America.
Nailed it, Shannon. Nailed it.
Have a great day. Happy Derby.
Get live streaming news, 24-hour weather, investigations, podcasts, and more, all for free with Wave Now.